But when a teacher gets to the class, you can say, students, stand up, get on the line, it's time for outdoor play. You have passed your instruction. Now, for the children who are wired differently, that information did not get to them. A teacher uses a scheme of work and timetable, while a therapist uses an IEP/programs. A teacher teaches a concept and moves to the next, while a therapist teaches a concept and repeats it as many times as possible before moving to the next. A teacher teaches a classroom as a whole, while a therapist teaches on one-on-one basis. A teacher can stand to teach in a classroom, while a therapist can either sit down with the child one-on-one or move along the child while trying to teach. Now, our teaching is now dependent on the child's behavior, on the child's mood, and on the child's ability. So we are always intentional about individual style of learning. A teacher passes group instructions, while a therapist passes an individualized instruction. For example, when a teacher gets to the class, you can say, students, stand up, get on the line, it's time for outdoor play. You have passed your instruction. Now, for the children who are wired differently, that information did not get to them. The therapist now goes on and pass on an individualized instruction. James, it's time for outdoor play. Please get on the line. Before the child will respond, and even in response, the child still sometimes needs redirection to get on the line. Teachers does revision towards the end of the term, while therapist does revision from the beginning of the term to the end of the term. So that's why the repetitive pattern of teaching is part and parcel of therapy, because you keep going back and doing your review so that you don't keep going and the child has forgotten the basics. So that's why we always come back to visit. Teachers teach students who comprehend fast. That's why they can move to the next concept after introducing a concept. But for therapists, we teach students who are slow learners. That's why we always have to repeat and repeat and repeat. Teachers record progress faster than therapists. That's because of the nature of the children they are teaching. For a therapist, you can work with a child 3 months, 6 months, the child may not show significant improvement. But for a teacher, you're teaching a typical child, you're teaching the child numbers, letters, blending, and this child is catching up, you're moving. The parents are happy and they're appreciating you. Oh, my child can do this. But for a therapist, you keep repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating. There's little or no progress to actually show for the work you have done. That's because of the nature of the children we work with. Now, for children with special, now depends on the level of severity of their condition. Because if their condition is severe, you know that definitely the progress is usually going to be very slow. And if they are mild, you see they can also move. They may not move as fast as typical children, but you can see that there is a progress and you have something to show for it within 3 to 6 months. Why teachers may not be able to work with children who are slow learners or children with special needs in the classroom is because the time they will spend in teaching those children on one-on-one basis, the class will be suffering. Other children will be suffering because they will be losing out. But most times, teachers focuses on the masses than the other few ones who are not so bright. So that is why there's always a need for an extra help to assist the teachers, a therapist to assist the teachers in taking care or teaching those children who are slow learners. If your school does not have special needs educators, please get one so that you are able to advise and support these children. Sometimes one person may not be able to do it all. I can tell you that one person may not be able to do it all because by the time you finish from one, you're moving to the next. What happened to the other children that needs attention? So that's why sometimes we encourage teachers at your own downtime, try to take them on one-on-one basis. I hope you find this video helpful. Please comment, like, and share. See you again in my next video. Bye for now.